May I request Faheem Baloch, who is a member of the Committee of Balochistan Movement. He lives in England and he is active at international forums. Floor is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm grateful to United Kashmir People's National Party for inviting me on this conference. I'll present the case of Balochistan, how extremism and violence has impacted the overall Baloch society at the Balochistan. I appreciate Honorable MP, Mr. Faheem, for hosting this event. I'll be presenting the case of Balochistan, and when the name of Balochistan comes, so it is a genocide going on in Balochistan where nobody knows what is going on. Before I start, as I'm presenting the case of Balochistan, so I would like to give a brief introduction of Balochistan, few lines of the history. On 13th of November 1839, British Empire invaded Balochistan, and the Baloch rebels or Baloch nationalists, Baloch tribes kept resisting that invasion, and throughout that history, so always there was a resistance against that invasion. And I'll not go in deep history. I'll jump from 1839 to 1947, when British Empire announced the independence of Balochistan on 11th of August 1947, and very soon after 8 months, Balochistan was invaded by Pakistan. And this invasion is called, I would say it, an Islamic Brotherhood invasion. And I would say it was a state-sponsored religious extremism and violence in Balochistan. This was the start of extremism and violence in Balochistan. When we talk about extremism or violence, so extremism is like a lungs cancer which spreads in complete body. And this word is like a body, and extremism is like lungs cancer, which is spreading day by day. Today it is in Balochistan, in Kashmir, in Afghanistan. Tomorrow it can move anywhere in the world. Extremism widely affects overall society. For example, loss and injuries, fear and anxiety, economical damages, political instability, spread of radicalization, psychological impacts, human rights violations. In the case of Balochistan, I would say state-sponsored extremism and violence is going on in Balochistan. So I'll be only focusing on two aspects of extremism, which affects everything. That is human rights and radicalization. Balochistan was the land of secular nation. People were living with peace and harmony until Balochistan was invaded on the name of Islamic Brotherhood on 28th of March 1947. Until that, it was a secular country, but when UN banned terrorists like Hafiz Saeed with heavily guarded persons started movements in Balochistan, and international or UN banned terrorist organizations like Jamaat-ud-Dawa and other banned organizations were allowed to do charity works in Balochistan. Terrorist camps were established in Balochistan by Pakistani establishment, and after that, thousands of innocent people were killed in Balochistan. They included religious minorities, Christians, Hindus, and along with that, Baloch nationalists. And when it comes to human rights violation, so I would say I'll repeat a quotation of mother. She said, "My husband is missing for 14 years. He was abducted by Pakistani security forces. So should I announce myself widow or not?" Another mother of Zakir Majid Baloch, he was a student leader. 14 years back when he was abducted, and now recently her mother says, "When I remember my son Zakir Majid, so I feel the labor pain." So a mother is feeling the labor pain for 14 years continuously. Another student leader, when he was released, he was abducted from his house, and when he was released after 7 years, so he was given 500 Pakistani rupees, which will be 1.5 pounds, and he was sorry it was a mistake. After 7 years, he was told sorry it was a mistake. Pakistan has adopted kill and dump policy in Balochistan, human rights organization Amnesty International reports it. Mass graves are found in Balochistan. Killing, abduction is very common. Women, men, children, even infants are being abducted in Balochistan. And if I give you the figure of an independent Baloch human rights organization, Voice for Baloch Missing Persons, they are the family members of those people, their family members have been abducted. They claim 50,000 people are missing in Balochistan. 50,000 people. And if we calculated this figure with the population of United Kingdom, 1.3 million people. The population of Balochistan is only 20 million, and out of 20 million, 50,000 people are missing. And if we calculate it with British population, 1.3 million people. So can you imagine? From after every 5 or 6 houses, there would be someone missing in your family members. Your friends, your relatives, someone would be missing. And the last point, which is China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is a face of brutality, we would say, for the people of Balochistan. Wherever the route goes from this, so over there, people are being forced to migrate, army operations, killings are going on. Thank you very much. At last, I'll take the opportunity to request the MP, is it possible to take the issue of Balochistan in the parliament? Ask the foreign secretary, our Pakistani commission over here, about human rights violations in Balochistan.